What is good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back with another transfer update. Probably the first of two today, possibly. We've got medicals booked for two midfielders, which is great news. A left back's gone off the table. Someone's gone out on loan. But listen, we'll discuss it all in the show. And please, people, before we continue, before you go on, please caress the like button, hit the likes, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and drop your comments below. Shout out to John Abbott for the super thanks yesterday, and also Ted Garron, who sent in the super chat on last night's video. I didn't get to it, so thank you for that, Ted. Memberships are in the description if you want to support me, support the channel. It helps out in a big way. So thank you for the continued support for all the members of the channel so far. Karen here say really hope the 49ers get us a left back. Yeah, we'll discuss that in just a moment. Let's just get into it. You know what I mean? These videos have got to be a bit quicker. Got to be quick because things just change by the hour, as you guys have seen. But listen, finally, Glen Kamara from Rangers to Leeds, deal agreed, and here we go. Fabrizio giving it the here we go here. Player on his way to undergo medical test later today. Medical booked in the afternoon as deal has been agreed between the clubs and on the player side. And just to quickly interchange with that, Ilia Gruev is on the verge to join LUFC, and this is via Plettenberg. Total agreement with Werder Bremen. Medical today, transfer fee 6 million euros with bonus payments included. So again, two medicals booked for today, and they should be completed probably tonight, probably tomorrow morning at the latest, but we've been getting these deals done pretty well. Now, just for ease, I'm going to put it on Fabrizio's one, who confirms both of them here, just so we've got both of the information on the screen together. But yeah, Glen Kamara and Ilia Gruev both set to undergo medical tests at Leeds later today. Now, I don't know, man. I'm good with both. I mean, like I say, with Gruev, full disclosure, I have not seen him play a full 90 minutes of football. I'm trusting Daniel Farker and the lead scouting system to believe that he is going to be good enough or have the mental fortitude to play in the championship. So I bow to their knowledge on this one. Glen Kamara, I'm more positive about it, just the way that he plays, very mobile, can get up and down. I just wonder though, people, and I don't know if it crossed anyone else's mind about Kamara, because I was unaware of this, because why would I notice the Champions League qualifying rounds? But Rangers officially went out last night after they got their cheeks blown to smithereens by PSV. I mean, they got hammered last night. It was embarrassing. And I just wonder if maybe Rangers had gone through. Was that the holdup? Was it the possibility that he could stay at Rangers and play in the Champions League this season? I don't know. That's just all speculation on my part, but it did cross my mind. But listen, Rangers went out. Glen Kamara today, it's done. Well, it will be done later, barring the medical tests. So yeah. Ash saying, hi KG, great to see you. Thanks for all your content recently. Your hard work is appreciated. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thanks for everyone that tunes in. Seriously, it means everything. A lot does go into this kind of stuff, as you can imagine. It ain't easy setting all these things up. But yeah, thank you. And yeah, if you haven't seen the two from yesterday, it was the Jed Spence welcome video and some more transfer news from last night. Please go and watch those if you haven't seen those already. Shout out to Ray, member of the channel. Good afternoon to you. Yeah. Good afternoon, morning, night, wherever you are in the world. Damar saying, nah, he never had a future at Rangers. Fair enough. Yeah. I think with the point with Rangers, though, I think it was just best. I think they were both looking for a solution out. It was just funny, the timing, though, wasn't it? I don't know, coincidences, but yeah, you guys are right. He hasn't been in Rangers plans yet. That is 100% correct. But you just wondered, hey, listen, we've made the Champions League. Hey, is there a way back in? you know, one of those. But yeah, listen, he'll become a Leeds player, and I think at the championship level, fresh start for him. This will be a good opportunity, but we'll talk about that more when he actually holds the shirt up. Yeah, Lee saying, are now cooking. We'll see. Are we now cooking? He corrects himself. We'll see, because a few of you have messaged me, man, and you guys are a bit giddy, a bit excited. But for me, there's still glaring gaps in this team for me to really get on board and say we're going to push to the moon. That we need to get a left back in. You know what? Let's go into the left back while we're here, because Luke Thomas, who was long rumored to be coming here, Leicester had their reservations about sending him to Leeds United for obvious reasons. He has now gone to Sheffield United. So Luke Thomas gets a Premier League move. He is now at Sheffield United. So for me now, it's about who is next up. Who is next up on the list? Because you can't tell me that the list of left backs was Luke Thomas and then that's it. Surely not. I mean, Luke Thomas is a fine left back, but he ain't that fine. You know, there's got to be other targets there. And somebody like last night, who was it? It was Nate. Of course, it was Nate. He was concerned about Junior Firpo, and of course, Junior Firpo is still bubbling in the background. He's currently injured. But are the club now looking at it saying we've got more important targets in mind, and we'll just use Junior Firpo when he comes back? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just hoping that Luke Thomas wasn't the only one on the list and that we've got somebody else coming through. And Phil Stone here. Hey, KG, new subscriber here. Love the content. Keep up the good stuff. March on together. Thank you for that. Yep, Harwood Bellis is going to Southampton on loan. They're also about to lose Bella Kotchap. I think he's going to Borussia Dortmund. And obviously, Ian Nacho has attracted interest from Crystal Palace and Wolves in the Premier League via Leicester. So there's still a lot of moving parts, isn't there? There's still a lot of moving parts. T85 saying Cam and the left back and we'll seriously cook. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. You have to fill in the gaps for me. I know people get excited because we got Perot, we got Jed Spence, as everyone, somebody said, am I Jed Spence's agent? Not quite. But you still got to address the glaring needs in the squad. And through all the games so far, I know a lot of you are trying to convince yourselves that Sam Byram is João Cancelo reborn. But the left-hand side has been an issue. It's been an issue for both defensively and going forward. It's just an obvious error on that side that needs addressing. And I just hope that they're not done after Luke Thomas has left. But yeah. Oh, it's saying a centre-back needed too. Possibly, but I get the feeling if certain areas aren't addressed, like with the Cam, we've got Somerville there. He clearly sees Somerville as a central attacking midfielder. Maybe he'll see Archie Gray as someone he can push up with the additions of these two midfielders as a hybrid 8/10. Because we've seen Archie, he's definitely got the creativity, he's got the passing range, he loves to get a shot off. Maybe that is something to look at. But again, we won't know any of this until the transfer window closes tomorrow. I don't think we'll even get a good idea at the press conference tomorrow either, because there'll still be hours left in the window. Matt O'Reilly is still a name that's floating out there, but again, nothing concrete. I think Fabrizio Romano said that we could go back in for Matt O'Reilly if we can come to an agreement with Celtic. Now that would solve a lot of the puzzles, a lot of the answers to the puzzle, because he's somebody who's mobile, got a good passing range, can take set pieces, which is very important. And speaking of set pieces, Segway King, Sam Greenwood has officially joined Middlesbrough on loan. So we're at that point again where we've got no designated set piece taker. It's going to be whoever's best step up. But you would like to have somebody who is going to give you that quality delivery. And we don't have that at this point in time. Mr. Tom, never liked Thomas anyway. Jake saying if he stays fit when he comes back, Firpo could do well in this league. Just my opinion. Jake, that's your opinion, and it's welcome. Honestly, it's welcome. But Jake may not be the only one that thinks that. Maybe the management think that too. You just never know, people. You just never know. Maybe they thought Luke Thomas is the upgrade to him, but if we can't get him, maybe Junior Firpo could do well at this level. You just never know. So Jake, you might not be alone with that opinion. Seriously. Yeah, Paul, that question, we'll discuss all that promotion stuff. Just Paul here asking about playoff position promotion. We'll discuss all that at the end of the window, because it's not just us with moving parts in and out. It's Southampton, it's Leicester. There's other clubs that are doing stuff as well. So it's far too early for me. It's far too early for me to discuss that right now. Ashley saying Firpo play 4 games and be injured again. Look. Yeah, Bob's here. Not sure anyone's ever seen Firpo to think he'd do well. Concentration and position is shocking. Yeah, he had one good month. He literally had one good month in a lead shirt. That is it. He had a month where he looked like he was a competent left back, again. And apart from that, it's been a disaster. Nothing short of a disaster. But it's a different league. Do management look at him a different way? Does Daniel Farke see something in him that he thinks he can get out of him in the Championship? We'll just have to wait and see. But my hope, and I believe probably most other people's, is that we are still looking for another left back, people. Let me just get the super chats in. Ted again. KG provides top vocabulary without profanity. I try most of the time. Ruben saying, who would have thought that we could see a better team in the Championship than we had in the Prem? Amazing. Yeah. It's true. It's true. Um, and Mr. Tom, okay, Mr. Tom saying, I think Firpo will shine in an enterprising team. I'm convinced there is a player in there. Well, if he's the only one here, you better hope so, Mr. Tom. But yeah, so Greenwood, basically, Sam Greenwood is out, and also who could be following soon is Cody Drameh. As you can imagine, he's got a lot of championship interest in him. Birmingham City at the moment, forefront of the of interest, along with West Bromwich Albion. So it looks like he will depart. I think that is pretty much done. It looks like it's not going to be a permanent. It looks like it's going to be a loan. So it looks like we're going to lose. We're not going to get any money back on Cody Drameh. That will be his chapter done. And it was pretty obvious anyway with Jed Spence coming in that he wasn't going to play. Jed Spence moves Luke Ayling to the bench quite easily too. He's one of the three best right backs in the league for me. So yeah, Cody Drameh, I wish him good luck, and hopefully he gets a fresh start somewhere where he knows he's the player for the club and he can move forward in his career. But yeah, I wouldn't expect him to be the last. I think they're still talking about Yildiz leaving, maybe even Joe Gelhardt too, which is fairly pretty obvious too. I think, and maybe another one, Darko JB. That's the other one, yeah, JB too. Actually, yeah, John H is under 24, so will we get compensation for him? I'm not sure, John. That is usually the way you usually do get some compensation, but didn't we buy him from Fulham in those conditions? I don't know that inside out. So you know what? I'm gonna hold back and say I don't know. There we go. When you don't know, say I don't know. Jamie saying Yelda won't leave now. I don't know. I don't know, Jamie. I don't think Farker really fancies him. I don't think he trusts him enough to play him. And I think his performance against Salford kind of probably summed up Farker's thinking in that he won't be a good addition for promotion. And again, I reiterate, that is the aim this season. It's promotion. It's not about getting young kids experience. It's about the young kids being good enough to play in a promotion challenging side. And I don't think he's that guy. Honestly, I don't. I thought he would be. I'm not trying to say I never thought he would be. I thought he would be an answer here, but I don't know. It just hasn't looked good for him. And people can say he's played at left back, he's a centre back. That's cool, but he hasn't looked assured there. He hasn't looked good there at all. Oh, Jamie's just following up saying if we don't get a left back, he'll stay. We'll see. We'll see. Enzio saying when you have a very attacking team, you need really good defenders. As when you play top teams, they will try and exploit counter like Ipswich did. Correct. A top left back would really help for sure. Yeah, 100%. I know people are saying Charlie Taylor, but again, I haven't seen any firm links to Charlie Taylor to say that we're even in for him. And when you look at Luke Thomas and you look at, I can't even remember the other left back we were linked with, but they're different from Charlie Taylor. They're more dynamic. They're quicker players. Charlie Taylor isn't that player anymore. I mean, he was played at left centre back for Burnley. I don't know if he's even an option, but if he is, cool. It just means that he'd probably be a stay-at-home left back while we have our right back Jed Spence bombing on, and that works for me. I think you should, in a team like ours, you should always have one that stays, one that goes, and Jed Spence obviously would be the attacking outlet for me. I'm not sure about Bate, David. Not sure if Lewis Bate is being touted with a loan. I think maybe he's going to stay around the squad, maybe, but we haven't seen. I don't think we've seen anything of him this season, have we? Not that I remember. Not that I remember, but yeah. And Enzio just saying, yeah, for sure, KG, 3 back then. Yeah, keep 3 back and have 1 bombing forward. So yeah, I mean, okay, let John saying O'Brien on loan, that's the one we missed. Well, we haven't missed him because I don't know how strong the interest was in him. It's another one of those. It's like I said in yesterday's video. Once we get linked with a player or someone mentions it, everyone just dives into it, gets their claws in, and can't let it go until they finally sign for the club or something like that. But you would think with Gruev and Kamara coming in, I think that pretty much kills the Lewis O'Brien one. But if Lewis O'Brien wants to come in on loan, even more strength in the central midfield, I'm all for it. But I don't think it's very likely. I think we need to look for more creative midfielder at this point with Kamara and Gruev coming in. We need another creative midfielder to pick the locks, and we don't quite have that yet. We got Somerville, who he's going to use. We need another one in there too. Terry's just going for it. Leeds are going up. Leeds are going up. Nah. Shout out to you, Terry. I think I may have touched on everything. Have I got rid of Sam Greenwood? Okay, yeah, just to kill this one, and I'm not going to mention this one again, people, because I think this is definitely done on our side. But Ibrahim Dara, who's been at the forefront of Joseph Paintsil's moves from Genk, looks like Burnley are going to go in for him. So it looks like Joseph Paintsil's going to head to the Premier League. It was said last night, Mark McGrath reported it, and he was correct at the time. Southampton to come back in, but Genk keep on moving the goalposts with the deal. But it looks like Burnley are going to go for him. So yeah, let's just, I would say, forget Joseph Paintsil now. That one is off the table. Let's forget it. Yeah. Paul just saying we have more links than a chain in this transfer window, KG. Yeah, true, we do. But that's the game. That is the game. I mean, like I was talking to one of the lawyers that tries to facilitate deals. That's what it is in a transfer window. People just throw names out there, link them to clubs in hope that clubs will then jump in and then go for that said player. It's a minefield. It's a dirty game as well. I will say that it's a dirty game. But yeah. Ashley, yeah, Matt Targett from Newcastle would be a good shout. Again, another one I would see as a stay-at-home one because I don't rate him going forward at all. I think he's very poor going forward. But defensively, I would have no problem with that. I think he came on a sub the other day, didn't he? But he's not in their plans. They've got Dan Burn there, and I swear they've signed somebody else. I swear they have. But yeah, Matt Targett, that would be a good shout. 100%. Good, solid option. He's what I call a steady Eddie. Yeah, he's a steady Eddie. You're not going to really get mistakes from him. You're not going to get 2 assists a game from him. He just gives you steady performances. And listen, our defense could use that. Our defense could use that. So let's. I mean, Gavin, what's this here? Gavin, I mean, sometimes you come out with some stuff, Gavin. Gavin here saying Kamara costs Rangers 50k, we pay 5 million. It would just be the same as another club when we sell Willie Nanto. We've got him for 4.8. They're going to be paying up to 30 plus million. It's the way of business, Gavin. It's the way it goes. Yeah, steady Eddie. Yeah, steady Eddie. That's it. How did I forget? Moji there. Thank you so much. Yeah, Matt Targett will be surplus to requirements. It's Lewis Hall. They've signed Lewis Hall on a loan deal with a view to a permanent transfer. I think it's a permanent deal come next summer just due to FFP issues. But yeah, so they've got Dan Burn there and Lewis Hall. So yeah, Matt Targett is definitely surplus to requirements there. And the last one, let's go to the last one. And this is just to close out about somebody who could have possibly left. Now, Bradley Barcola, who plays for Lyon, well, he did. He's going to PSG. And I thought, because we've been hearing the whispers about Rutter possibly going to Lyon. Well, apparently Leeds United are saying no chance. Rutter is staying in this window. So they're saying that yeah, they're saying that Leeds United are saying that even though, and I thought with that deal, 45 million plus 45, that leads a lot of change to buy a Jorginho Rutter if you really wanted him. But it does seem that Leeds are saying no. And I just highlighted this deal just to show I thought Lyon were going to come back in for Jorginho, take him away. Some of you are probably saying, please, I wish you would. But it looks like Jorginho is going to stay regardless of Bradley Barcola going to PSG from Lyon. Nige D here, can't rely on Byram and Firpo, too injury prone. 100% Nige. And that's, again, that for me, it takes, before I even do my rating, it knocks it down by 2, at least 2, if we don't get in a left back straight away. Not relying on Byram and Firpo at left back. You just can't. Fitness issues alone, never mind durability, talent-wise, consistency. Their availability alone is a concern for me. So you're absolutely correct. But yeah, so yeah, listen, people, that is the latest update. I'm going to leave it there. I'm sure we'll be back later today as someone will be confirmed. Maybe another link will be on the table, a real credible link. But listen, people, please hit a like on the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, drop your comments below. Like I say, the Jed Spence welcome video yesterday, if you haven't seen that, please go and check that out. And the transfer video from last night too. Until the next time, people, peace out.